Chris already seemed to be connecting with John's spirit. But would a night in one of New York's most famous hotels get him even closer?
There is something over there. God! Oh.
The sun rose across the New York skyline, and with it came day 2 of our investigation into the spirit of John Lennon. Lennon had an open mind to the paranormal. He claimed to have spotted a flying saucer while looking out of the window in the building where he lived. He also claimed to have seen a spectral figure walking down the corridors of the Dakota, which he referred to as Crying Lady Ghost. The question was, would we be lucky enough to get contact with him? Our first stop was the scene of one of the Beatles' most celebrated concerts, a baseball ground that is home to the Mets. The Beatles played their second concert at Shea Stadium in August 1965 to 50,000 screaming fans. It was a spectacular success. Would John return here, the scene of one of his greatest triumphs?
Bob, the Beatles performed here. What year was that they performed here?
1965.
And you were here?
I was here. There was one phenomenal thing that I saw that night that I don't think anybody had ever seen before. Cameras going off. It was like strobe lights, because I don't think anyone had ever had a rock show outdoors before. Everybody was shooting their cameras when the Beatles came out, and it was like lights going on all over the place. They came out running, and they ran out to second base. But this is where the stage was, right on...
Right here?
Yeah, second base is roughly right here. And the stage was laid out. It was a very small stage.
They obviously must have had a change room or a room where they hung out backstage.
Well, they were in the umpire's room, which is the officials' room for baseball. And it's a very small room. And while they were here, all they did was sit in this little room, which we'll go to, and didn't cause any muss or fuss. They did have a few drinks before the show went on, but the show did go on, and they did perform.
As the comfort of light diminished from the sky, the staff of Shea Stadium deserted us, leaving Chris and I alone. We split up to investigate separately. Chris made his way out onto the pitch area to try and connect with Lennon, whilst I headed to the backstage area.
Think the Beatles, think the Beatles, think Lennon. Lennon and the Beatles. All right, spirits. Help me tap into the energy that was here the day of the concert, the exact moment that they were on stage in the middle of their performance. Bring me back to that time and location so that I can record that. Because I know it's recorded here.
I've now come out into the corridors. It is the sort of place that you think it's definitely a noise down the tunnel. Hello? It's a radiator.
Come on. If any of the Beatles are here right now, John, if you're here, George, anybody still here, please speak to me or let me hear a little bit of that concert, of that moment. Record it now. All right, I'm starting to connect. I've got something here. Something. Let me see what this is.
I don't know how to get out. Okay. We can.
Wow. See, I'm laughing. The reason why I'm laughing is because I'm sensing what they were feeling when they were up here. They were laughing. And the reason why they were laughing was because they were very happy, but they couldn't even hear themselves. They couldn't even hear themselves sing. I'll tell you what, I would have loved to have been to this concert. What are you doing?
How are you doing?
Good.
What'd you get? Anything?
A lot.
You got a lot?
Yeah.
Did you? What'd you get?
I felt them come out on stage, and they got placed, and then they kicked into the music, okay? I mean, I don't say there's emotions that made me want to cry or anything, but laugh, definitely, because of the excitement and everything. The crowd, it was a piercing sound, but I was able to get past that and actually just pick up some of the members of the band.
Chris seemed to be picking up place memory, but made no real contact with Lennon. And apart from the natural sounds you would expect in a deserted stadium, I was disappointed by the evening's events. But the night was not over. I had one more place I wanted Chris to investigate.